up, you guys? It is Mary. Welcome back to my channel, you all. It is Paris Fashion Week, and you guys know I am coming back with another fashion review, you guys. This time I am going to be talking about Iris Van Herpe. She recently debuted her collection via a movie. Yeah, she actually did not. She is not going to be having a runway show. She is going to just be having, what's the word? She just debuting it via a movie. But it was a 4-minute video on YouTube that I saw of the whole entire collection that Vogue also gave the link to on Vogue Runway. And it literally was a collection all underwater. It really gave me the vibes of like sea creatures, and it also gave me the vibes of really as if it was kind of like poetry that was done, you know, through synchronized swimming underwater. And when I did research, I want to give you guys at least what the concept was about. If she came out with a total of 6 looks for her collection, and really Iris said that she didn't feel like she could really embody the emotional aspect that comes with this concept on the runway. And really the concept came from it was intended, it's partly, she said, this is what Iris said when she was doing a Zoom call with Vogue, telling them why she was not going to be doing a runway show. She said it's partly an ode to the demonstrations in Iran. Y'all know a Muslima who was murdered. I think her name is Masha Amina. Partly it's an ode to the demonstration in Iran, because I really believe that it's a movement that we need to support globally. And she chose the medium of going underwater because it requires a different strength, and it takes away our voices. Kind of like what's going on with the women in Iran, you know. Really, it's sad because, you know, when I heard the news or whatever, it was just really heartbreaking because, I mean, the girl was 1 year younger than me, and the fact that she was, you know, allegedly she was murdered because, you know, she was protesting against this whole forced hijab thing, and also I guess they had murdered her because she was wearing it the wrong way because she had some hair showing, which is so far from Islam. You know, God never put men in charge of women to dictate how they should wear their hijab, or to tell them, oh, you need to wear your hijab this way, or try to crucify women for what they should be doing or what they shouldn't be doing. But you're sitting down here as the morality police, which, I mean, that's not even in the Quran, that you should be having a morality police to police women. Like, you're talking about morality police, but you go and you kill a woman, a Muslima, because she is not covering her hair properly. Like, you have no idea. Like, that woman probably had just come into Islam. She was just trying to at least start covering, and you go and you kill her because she's not wearing the way you think she should be wearing it. The whole thing was just degenerate. But I love that Iris used her fashion collection as a way to speak up for protesters and to also talk about the important issues. I love it when designers can use their fashion to kind of bring attention to what's really important in the world. And I felt like the fact that she did this, I was really just very honored and very happy that she did this, because currently she is working on 100 different looks for something that she has going on currently. So she really just wanted to use this Paris Fashion Week as a time to remember the people who are protesting around the world. And I thought that was very beautiful. This actually was shot at the Y40 pool in Italy. At its time of construction, it was actually the largest man-made pool. I mean, I think we all know the one in Dubai is currently the largest, I believe. Iris is hypersensitive to movement because of her being a ballerina when she was young. So that has always been one of her key themes in her collection. It's really about feminism, about being feminine aspects, and then also just movement, the importance of movement. We all know that. I feel like Iris is one of those fashion designers where you know that collection is hers, and you know, you recognize her designs immediately. So that's what I really love about this. And she says, for some people, fashion is a very personal way to talk about our identity, our culture, and our values. As a designer, I feel it's important to me to show people the wider perspective. And I felt like she did that with this whole entire collection. I'm going to kind of break down some of the key elements that she had. For this collection, the colors that she had was reds, purples, whites, and a range of yellows. She had reds. She had a lot of corseted looks on a nude base. She used her signature fluid forms that were traced in Mueller. I think it's Mylar. And she had aphanous gowns of organic silk and recycled polyester, which undulate in the water. And she had this jellyfish aesthetic, bright red human synthetic hair, which you kind of see on this corseted bodysuit. That was really this really pivotal scene where she's kind of yelling and crying out into the water, but all you really see is just the silent form of like all these bubbles going up, which I just felt like it was really just poetry. It was silent poetry, and I thought it was really tastefully done for this. I felt like the models or the synchronized swimmers really evoked this collection very well, and because you can just tell when they were doing this that it really just seemed like she was telling a story of this woman who had kind of just slipped into the water, and she just had kind of not necessarily lost herself, but she's lost in this world where it's like her voice is not being heard, and she's crying out, and she's trying to fight back, and she's trying to fight for freedom. And I really felt it. I just thought it was really beautifully done, very tastefully done. And I just thought it was, I really kind of felt like the red on the outfit of the woman who was screaming out, it really represented the bloodshed that was really going on, because a lot of people had been allegedly killed and stuff. And I mean, they even shut down the internet in Iran because people were speaking out on social media, and I guess they did not want people knowing what was going on in their country. So, and then also I had heard allegedly that they were going to be executing all those people that were actually protesting. So I hope that's not true, but that's what I had heard about it. But yeah, back to the collection. The whole thing was just very much a very sad thing. But yes, I also felt like with the collection, it just seemed like there were scales, fish vines, butterfly wings, almost like just the cutouts that she had. It kind of reminded me of butterfly wings. The red dress, it looked like it was hair. Apparently it was, what was it? It was synthetic human hair. Apparently, I think maybe it was dyed. I'm not sure exactly. But that's what it was for the that red outfit where that woman was crying out and everything. Then there was another really pretty dress that she had. I guess I'm going to go ahead and get into the individual looks. There was a purple dress that really had all these really beautiful, battered colors of purple and blue kind of mixed together. And then you have like these purple pieces of fabric that kind of outlined well onto the bodice, onto this nude form as well. And I thought this piece was really, really pretty. It kind of did like purples and nudes, and it was also had blacks and everything. And I just think the way that Iris does her designs are really unique. Like, that's something that she will always be known for. Like, if you see a look, you just know it's Iris Van Herpe. And I feel like that's what really sets you apart as a designer. It's really nice to really be original. I know it's really hard to be, but if you can be as original as possible, that is a blessing, especially in the fashion industry. Then there was this really nice fiery look. I thought it was like orange and blue. It really pretty. It kind of even had like these little cap sleeves. Like, I mean, obviously it's on a nude base, but then it had like these little sleeves here. And then it looked like this one was more so of a dress than it being a bodysuit, because it kind of went down and hugged her hips a little bit and everything. So I thought that was really cool. And it kind of had like these butterfly cutouts on the very edges of the at the edge of the fabric that kind of like is basically like a train, really. But then of course you guys know that it has the red, I really kind of like to call this one the red jellyfish bodysuit, because that's what it really gave me vibes for. I thought this one was really tastefully done. Definitely a bodysuit. It kind of had these elements where it kind of puckers out, so it really gives you a lot more hip and everything. So I thought that one was very nice. And then they had this one, which it really was all white. It was on this sheer fabric. It was on this black model. And it just kind of looked like water and everything. I'm so impressed by how they took these pictures of these clothes. I do kind of wish that we saw it. She would have done the pictures of the water, but also pictures of the of them just like walking. You know what I'm saying? I wish I could have seen them in both ways. But I thought it was really pretty. This white one, I just really love all the detail and all the lines in this one. I thought it was really, really gorgeous. And then they also have this one that's really just red. It really gave me completely butterfly vibes. It kind of reminded me of like fish vines, like, you know, like when you see a fish, sometimes you see like they have like these veins, especially when you cut them open or whatever. You know, it kind of reminded me of the fish veins, and that kind of reminded me a little bit of the butterfly wings on the side. So I just feel like it had she has a lot of nature elements, and it just kind of reminded me of undersea plants and scales and everything. She had a lot of lightweight fabric. She had her chiffon. Of course, she had her signature fluid forms and everything. But yeah, I just thought the whole entire collection was phenomenal. Like, really, Iris Van Herpe can really do no wrong. And I really love this blue one with the white fabric as well. You can't really see too much of what's going on with the bodice, which is why I wanted to kind of see it just kind of walking. But I thought this one was also very nice. The blue and white and stuff. And it just kind of looks like it's a halter, and then it has like this kind of thing going here. So I thought it was really nice. I mean, for 6 looks, it really was very well done. She kept with her aesthetic. She was talking about something that was going on. I felt like the colors kind of commemorated that, because you kind of have, you know, the reds and stuff like that. Then you have the purples, and then you kind of have this white, which kind of, I feel, kind of probably represents, you know, just freedom almost a little bit. But then you have these really deep colors that kind of represent maybe someone going through a very turbulent time, or a very hard time in their life, or whatever, especially with the whole protests that were going on in Iran. So I really do appreciate this collection. I thought it was beautiful. Iris Van Herpe can never do any wrong in my eyes. Like, just as from a fashion designer point of view, I just thought it was beautiful. And I thought it was very ethereal, airy, the cutouts, the chiffon, everything was just very well done, very tasteful, and just, I thought she stayed true to herself. So, but that was my take on this whole thing, you guys. Did you guys know that this was a collection in honor of, you know, the protesters and everything? Let me know down below. And if you guys have any questions, please comment down below. And if you want to contribute to this channel, please refer to the description box. But it's Mary. I invite you guys to like, share, subscribe, and comment down below. Bye. Happy Fashion Week.